Brace yourself. The new paradigm of auditory entertainment is standing by. Your patience is appreciated.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The AAAAHHHHCAST. With Tank and Tommy K.
Yeah.
It's the AAAAHHHCAST.
What up, guys?
Yo, I'm Tommy
Here.
K. With me is Tank.
Hi.
Sitting across on the other side of the table. This is the first attempt at a podcast, I guess.
Yeah.
On what would you call this? The great YouTubes. What?
Tubes.
A channel called is it AAA Gaming or is it just
It's exactly that. I woke up one day and it just went. Oh, that's a good name.
That is a great name.
There
I
you
love
go.
it. And hence we have the cast. Now, trying to get some production for the sounds that make up the cast, and did a little bit of text to speech, and this is what we came up with.
The AAAAHHHHCAST.
So I'm pretty sure that's what this is called. Is the AAAAHHHHHH
Siri got really manly.
cast.
Siri's really manly.
Her
now.
voice dropped. It was actually a boy all along. He was just a young kid, and then he went through puberty, and then you have
The AAAAHHHHCAST.
That reminds me of Fish Center.
Fish Center's so great.
I love that show.
Fish Center's so great. Let's get started with a little bit of news. First thing I want to talk about. Have you heard about the bird flu?
No.
The last time the bird flu was really big, I feel like it was 3 or 4 years ago, and everybody was freaking out because there were birds overseas in Europe that were dying.
Right.
And it was the bird flu, and it was H1N1, and everybody was freaking out in the same way that they were about this measles outbreak and about Ebola. Right? It was on the scale of the Ebola freak out, but it was H1N1. And now we have H5N2.
Yes.
That's where we're at now, is H5N2.
That scares me. Another number scares me.
Too many numbers.
There's
Too many numbers. I'm completely behind that. And millions of chickens are dying in the country. Farm in Iowa, 3 million chickens.
Jeez.
2 million turkeys in Minnesota. Dead, had to be euthanized. Well, they contracted the disease, and whether or not they all had it, the entire population was exposed.
Right.
So they all had to be euthanized. So millions of chickens have this disease. They say it poses no danger to humans, but neat little thing about diseases, they tend to mutate.
A lot. All the time. Yes.
Which is why we're up to H5N2 instead of H1N1.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even register to 5. All I saw was N2, and I'm like, it's back again.
No.
It's a sequel.
Shady's
We're gonna do
back.
everything just
Shady's
a lot
back.
of worse.
So I don't know. I hope that doesn't affect chicken nugget prices. That has me a little bit concerned.
Because there's a lot of dead chickens. So there'll be
I don't
more
know.
chicken nuggets, right?
Well, no, I don't think if the chicken has the disease, they're euthanized. They're poisoning them. They're dead. I don't think you can come back from that, Tank.
Well, see, I don't know. I think McDonald's would still
Nah.
sell it. I mean, have you seen Burger King? They sell them like 20 of them for like $10. Not even that. Like $1, wasn't it? $2?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was
It's-
$2. $2.
$2. I'd rather just not eat chicken nuggets.
I love chicken nuggets.
My money's not worth
That's not where I want to live.
that much to me.
Yeah.
A little bit of interest going on in the community here in the Wichita area.
Oh yeah.
And
By the way, we're in Wichita.
shout out to ICT,
Yeah.
ITC,
ICT. You're close. You're very close.
That's what it is.
It's not like we were radio DJs at one point.
Nah, we wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
This is a story that honestly has me a little bit miffed.
All
When
right.
you put a call into 911, you expect a quick response, but one man is upset tonight because he says police haven't followed through. Michael Swanky tells us his story and what police are doing.
Swanky, how's that for a name?
Cindy, Johnny Watson's a student at the 360 Barber College. This is in southwest Wichita. Tonight he says they were closing for the day when a guy came in to get a haircut. When they told the man they were closing, he grabbed a bag worth $1,500 of barber tools belonging to Watson. Another student followed the man, called police, and gave the tag number. That all happened around 5 o'clock. 2 hours later then, when we talked to Watson, he was upset because police still had not arrived at the scene.
And I don't want to make it a big issue.
Hold up, pause that. That camera work right there. Did you see that?
No, I missed it.
It was definitely a shot that should have ended 2 seconds sooner. It was
it was
panned on the 360, and then it went back to the front of the 360 really fast and it was jumping up and down.
Get it together, editors.
Come on.
Gosh.
Come on.
First of all,
blame Everett. Anyways, that's an inside joke. We don't do inside jokes here.
That's not a thing that we do.
That's right.
Because that's unprofessional and you don't care.
That's right.
That's right. A couple things on this story. First of all,
yes.
Who knew hair supplies cost that much? $1,500 of barber supplies were stolen in this one bag.
Who's gonna sell that?
That's my second question.
Where do you sell that? Where do you get them?
Now I have a bag full of barber supplies. What do you do with that? Is there a barber shop black market that we don't know about?
I wonder if there's some guy like, hey, he's at a pawn shop. Hey,
Get some,
what can I get for this?
Got some barber tools here,
Well, I can give you $5.
Wait, barber tools, is that a code name for cocaine? No, they're literal hair clippers that you use to clip people's hair. What are you doing? We don't take those.
No.
Nobody wants used hair supplies.
But they've been cleaned.
Gosh.
They've been cleaned.
Gosh, and this guy goes on to talk about how he thinks that if the chiropractic clinic was being robbed later, and he's all freaking out because the police he waited 2 hours, no police ever showed up. The thing was, it was low priority, the thief was already gone. Still though, I would like to believe that if I'm robbed of something and I call 911, there's a good chance I'll see a police officer to be able to file a report.
At least
before the end of the day.
Yeah, I would say I give him 5 to 10 minutes if it's something like that. Yeah, if it's like serious, like someone got shot.
Better be 5 minutes. You're there.
Yeah, you better be there.
And I don't know. I think 8 minutes is maybe the average call time for
response
fires
time,
and police. Yeah. And I think that's national average is about 8 minutes.
So in 4 minutes you're already screwed. So
right,
double that and you're good.
Yeah, sounds good. Lastly on the news front, the Fukushima reactor. That's the big.
Yes.
In Japan, right? That's another 2 robots.
They're dead.
Are dead. We've lost another one, Captain. Gosh. Because the radiation levels inside this nuclear reactor wasteland, I guess, they're trying to clean it.
Right.
The radiation levels are too high for humans to go in there.
Right.
So they send in these robots.
Right, okay.
Apparently the radiation level is too high for these robots because they keep breaking. The camera malfunctioned on one of them due to the radiation. The other one, an arm got stuck. It got jammed.
Right.
And they couldn't get it out.
This sounds like the best superhero story, like their origin story. We sent one man in, and one man came out. He was not the same man.
Yeah.
He's now Radio Man. But
Basically.
in Japan, he's Radio Man, yes.
Basically. Bad news.
Bad news.
Bad news bears.
That's the name of the comic. Thank gosh. Thank golly, G. Williker.
Presents Talking Technology.
Talking technology now.
Hey, we must be time to tech talk.
I
talk.
I didn't realize you wanted
talk technology.
Kick me off that subject. So
we're moving. It's called a segue, and that's what that was. Now we're moving on. Technology today. All sorts of cool things. First of all, this Google Watch, or not the Google Watch, the Apple Watch.
Apple Watch, yes. I have.
What
10.
do you think of the Apple Watch? You don't have 10.
I have one like Flavor Flav. It's big. It goes around my chest, and I'll bring it in next time. I'll show you.
I would like to see that. I don't believe you.
Yeah.
I don't believe you on that. Apple Watch.
The nice man that was selling it in the trench coat, he was very nice. He said, "Yeah, this is totally Apple Watch. Apple Watch 100%." He gave it to me, stuck it on my neck. He said $10.
Hashtag seems legit.
He was nice. He's a very nice guy.
What a nice man. Secondly, IKEA.
Yes.
Everybody's favorite furniture brand. If I could own furniture from only one company, it would be all IKEA. I love the simplistic design of IKEA. I'm in love with I could go to an IKEA store and buy everything in it.
Wasn't your desk made by IKEA?
I don't know. It might. I wish it had. I'm just too broke to afford an IKEA desk.
I feel like we wouldn't have to break your desk to get into your room if we, If
it was IKEA and was made to fit in a pallet and ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not. But IKEA is doing this new thing, and it's building furniture that has pre-installed inductive charging. So it's a little pad that's put onto the base of the wood where you can set your smartphone that has inductive charging capabilities, or you buy a case for a smartphone that doesn't, that has it.
Right,
it's like $25 from Samsung. You set that on top of it, it charges wirelessly. Now you can already buy like wireless pads and set them places, but they're kind of ugly, number one. And number two, this is even with the top. It's even finish. You just set it there and forget about it. I am in love with this. And they even sell a drill bit that you can drill into any existing furniture you have.
Right. Okay.
Whether it's IKEA or not. So I could put a wireless thing on my dresser.
So is the thing just a little circle then, or whatever?
Yeah, it's about the size of like a coaster.
Okay,
for
good.
instance.
So, or I can just, not be lazy and find my cord, which is the same length away from my bed as any cable in my room is.
But then you gotta plug it in, and you never plug it in the right way. Nah.
I don't know. I like it.
Nah.
I don't know.
Nah.
How much is it extra? $30? Right?
Yeah, it's $30.
Oh, I guess it's worth it. $30.
I mean, a new cord is gonna cost you $15 anyway.
And see,
That's
now
halfway there.
Now I can just get rid of all the furniture in my room and not even have a bed, just the room. I just need a white room, like it was when I was younger in the insane asylum, and put padding on all the walls so I can just jump around day and night. I give away too much information there. No.
That's nice, Tank.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
They were nice there.
Let's move on.
They gave me ketchup,
all right,
little ketchup things you get at McDonald's. They put pills in it.
And that's the signal that it's time to move on. Bummer.
Oh.
Bummer. Time for that story to be over.
I don't know.
Thing I've seen circulating recently, you actually brought this to my attention, Take, this dead celebrities.
Yes. So there is something going around now. It's one of those videos you see on either Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever.
Yeah.
It says, which one of these musicians would you bring back for one last show? And on there it's like John Lennon, Bob Marley, people like that. And then there's Kurt Cobain, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix. And that's all great. They're all great artists.
Yeah, amazing.
But why?
Legendary.
There's some on there that shouldn't be brought back.
There's a reason a number of them died. They lived very unstable lifestyles.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin, that's fine if you bring them back, but Kurt Cobain, he killed himself. What would he do if he came back?
And how pissed off would you be if you're dead and then suddenly an army of fans 20 years later brings you back to do one last show?
And they don't want to talk to you. They just want to see you perform.
Do the music. Nah.
No.
Nah.
What? No, no.
Nah, ninja.
2,000 years ago, if this happened, people would write books about me. That's
exactly.
Yeah.
Just don't bring it back. Let him die. Let him die. Enjoy the music.
And now there's other ones too. There's now movie ones. So of course Paul Walker's on there for that. I guess a bunch of other movie stars, and there were none on there, like the guy who was in The Green Mile, the big burly African American man. People like that. I should pull that one up. That's the best one. But you brought back these people. I understand Paul Walker's death was a tragedy and everything. But I don't know if you would ever want to bring him back for a movie. Seems like a lot of work. I don't know.
How expensive is this process? That's something that hasn't been brought up either. Just bring him back like there's no consequences?
Yeah.
Nah. I don't see it.
I don't know.
I don't see it.
I don't even.
The AAAAHHHCAST.
I love that still so much.
That's where we are right now. It's the AAAHHCAST. As long as we're on the subject of music, let's just go there entirely. This is a new report published. I guess it's not so new anymore, but on the 2014 music sales, and for the first time globally, digital music online has finally surpassed physical CD sales,
which sucks in my opinion. But it sucks, but not in the way most people think it sucks. Most people think it sucks because oh no, now they're just buying one or two songs off an album, or I don't know, artists are losing money. That's the biggest argument. And I honestly don't think if you're a real artist and you don't like your CD sales, it doesn't even matter to you, because you go out and you make the music anyways. You go out and you perform.
Yeah, if you're an artist to make money on album sales, you're doing it wrong. What was it, Dave Grohl?
Yeah, he said that.
Was on the whole Taylor Swift controversy of
on
some
Spotify.
sort. I don't remember. So
what it was Taylor Swift noticed that Spotify wasn't paying her enough for her stuff. They were only paying I think it's 40 cents every time someone listens to a song, which is great. That
seems pretty good if you have millions of people listening to your music every day.
Yeah, if
40 cents seems like a pretty good deal.
If you're a small artist, it's probably not a good deal. And at that point, you might have to consider your options. But for her, she took it all off saying that Spotify was not paying their artist enough, which was great and all, except she's already making millions and millions of dollars already off of just shows and regular CD sales or everything.
I think that if you, as an artist, are looking to get rich, Spotify is not the way to do that.
Yeah.
Selling albums is not the way to do that. It's you use those to build a fan base that will come see you perform at live shows. That's where you make your money. If people like you and like their music, and you give them an opportunity to like your music by, expanding on those platforms, they will come see you perform, and you can charge them for it.
And I think there's no integrity in saying that I'm going to take my music off of here because they're not paying us enough money. It never works. That would never work in my bill.
That's dumb. Speaking of money, the physical, let's see, digital music beat out global, $6.85 billion to $6.82 billion. I had no idea
That's not much.
there is still that much physical music being sold. I would never have believed that, number one, last year was the first year.
Right.
I would have figured digital has been doing more business for the last 5 years than physical, at least the last 2 or 3.
I don't think so.
I just didn't realize that CD sales were still such a big thing.
Just think about it. We still have all these local CD shops, especially here in Wichita. We have CD trade
like how many CD trade posts are there in town?
There's 12.
12. That's insane.
There's a lot.
That's insane.
And only
I haven't bought a CD
in
3 years probably since I bought a physical CD.
I haven't bought one in at least 1 week. 1 week. I love having a real CD.
How many of this 6.85 billion was you?
3.
3.
I
knew
6.
I knew it.
Yeah, personally. Sorry, guys. That's why this is such low, money inflow to this podcast, because I spent it all on CDs.
Thanks, Tank.
No problem.
Shows how much you care.
The AAAAHHHCAST presents
Talking Movies.
Top movies this last weekend.
Yeah, alright.
Furious 7.
I can see this list. I like it.
Yeah, Furious 7.
Right,
on
number
top.
1.
This is the 3rd week it's been out. It's grossed. It grossed $29 million last weekend. A total of $294 million. In 3 weeks.
Okay.
First of all, it's amazing how much people spend on movies. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's just on 3 weeks. It's already made 3. That says great things for the film industry.
Still haven't seen it.
Me neither. I'm told it's very good.
Yeah, I'm not a big Fast and Furious guy.
I probably won't ever see it.
Which is weird, because everyone watching this will now turn off the podcast. They're like, oh, they're like Fast and Furious.
I don't like them. Number 2, last weekend on the gross was Paul Blart Mall Cop Part 2.
What is
Deuces, baby.
How did that make 20? Was it 23 million?
23 million last weekend.
How?
Opening weekend, but
how does that movie?
I only saw the first half of Paul Blart Mall Cop 1, and
it sucked.
I didn't want to see the second half, let alone go to a theater to see the sequel.
You know, I think I know who made Paul Blart.
That's insane to me.
Yeah. Who? I want to know. Wasn't Kevin Smith the director of the first?
I have no idea.
Director, no, Adam Finnick.
I don't know who that is.
No, that's Mall Cop 2. I don't know. Like, Kevin Smith's the guy who made. Oh gosh, Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, Mallrats. I can't talk.
He has a thing for shopping malls, it would seem.
Nope, he didn't make any of these.
Okay.
He was a writer.
All right.
That's not good.
Number 3 was Unfriended at 15 million.
Yeah, that was an alright. It looked like a good horror.
What I'll give to that, I've seen the reviews, and it was very run-of-your-mill horror movie.
Yeah.
It was very obvious plot things. Apparently, this group of kids as parents are never at home.
Yeah.
These children are apparently, their parents died in a tragic train crash at the beginning of the movie that we didn't know about, and so we just never see them.
I wanted to say that, like, maybe they're in college, but...
No, they're high schoolers. Like, they're high school age. That's the thing. And they're in these nice houses, suburban houses.
Yeah. Rich kids always deserve to die, so it doesn't matter.
I think that's how that works. But I love the ad campaign for that.
Yeah,
it was very creative, and the fact that the majority of the ads were on, like, YouTube videos on your computer screen anyway, and it's about coming through computer screens. Like, that's a cool concept. I like that. And then Home, I don't know anything about that. The Longest Ride, and then Get Hard.
Get Hard, yeah.
At number 4. This is the 4th week in theaters. That's one that I really wanted to go see, but I heard that it was a little overrated.
It was alright. I didn't watch it, but I know for a fact it was not that great.
Yeah. I'm not.
Speaking of movies, there was a bunch of movies announced the last couple weeks. At least announced, and the teasers or the trailers came out, whether they wanted to or not. First one was Ant-Man came out, the Avengers one came out, and both of those look great. Batman vs. Superman, that looked great, and initially it wasn't supposed to come out this week.
The Batman vs. Superman?
Yeah, the
I
trailer.
haven't seen that trailer yet. I'll have to look that up.
It's really good. It's
okay.
Really color graded. You might like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But that came out, and someone bootlegged it and put it on Pirate Bay, of course, because that's where it all goes. And the director of that movie just said, screw it, I'll just release it. Just released it as soon as he saw it. It's like, here,
everybody's going to see it anyway.
# not pirated, # not blurry. So it's HD, releasing the HD copy.
Kudos to you. Good move, sir. Good move, sir. Way to realize the situation. That's great.
Oh, yeah.
You know another teaser trailer that came out, Tim?
Star Trek?
Close.
No.
It wasn't Stargate either.
Stargate.
I know you've been looking forward to the new Stargate movie. No, it was Star Wars.
Star Wars,
The
nice.
Force Awakens.
Okay.
Let's take a watch. Tatooine. How I miss that desert.
The Force is strong in my family.
Strong in mine too. I'm not sure if you knew that.
I don't doubt it, actually.
Gross.
My father has it.
So...
R2-D2.
I have it.
A hand.
My sister.
Is that a light stick?
Is he gonna direct planes? Is that what's gonna happen?
R2.
This Christmas.
Because Disney.
It doesn't even seem real. It doesn't seem real.
It seems real to me. I remember this trailer. I don't think there was an actual dark stormtrooper in it, was there? Not a black one, a dark one.
Oh.
Be careful.
Chewie. We're home.
He's so old.
There you go, yeah.
So good.
It's like Harrison Ford aged in the last 30 years.
That's crazy.
I have no idea.
Who knew he would get older? I didn't know he'd get older.
I didn't think so.
Gosh. No, I am super excited for that. Like, I can't contain myself. Like, you seeing those stormtroopers, and it's always... I guess it seems cheesy.
Cheesy.
The stormtrooper outfits with the plastic, like we're wearing plastic, and it was kind of pulled off because it was an old movie and that was the thing.
Right.
I think it'll be a little weird seeing a modern movie.
Well, it'll be like fiberglass, like something like that. The armor is supposed to be like, it's so futuristic that the armor is flimsy, but it's stronger than regular armor.
Right.
So
this comes off as plastic. So I'm interested to see how like Marvel does take something that seems very childish and make it grown up and on point.
Wow, like a comic book?
Yeah.
Marvel has no idea what they're doing.
They've never done anything.
I mean, Disney. Neither of those places have any idea what they're doing ever.
It's never something they've done before. Coming on the tails of this new Star Wars movie is the new Battlefront.
Oh, of course, yes. And
Battlefront.
I'm excited.
On the list of my favorite video games in the world, Star Wars Battlefront 2, definitely on the top 5.
Oh yeah, I have it
definitely
upstairs
on
right
the
now.
top 5. I do. It's on. I was playing it yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
yeah.
it is timeless to me. That's one of the first memories of video games because I grew up in a rather sheltered environment.
Right.
As Tank knows, and not quite as sheltered as your environment as it sounds like.
He was homeschooled.
That's not a lie.
No.
And this was one of the few video games that we were over at like a second cousin's house or something, and they had this on, and it was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
And we played the hell out of it, and it was amazing.
I remember having that on Xbox and Xbox 360. It had online to it, and the online battles for one were crazy. But everyone they had a game mode for Battlefront 2 where it sounds like I'm getting farther away. No, where it's you can play as Jedis versus Siths and just go at it on one planet or whatever, and you could be Mace Windu, Obi-Wan, I think Qui-Gon Jinn was even in there, and then all the other ones and all the Siths like Darth Vader. You could be Yoda and all that, and so I spent literally hours playing that. And this new one looks amazing. Looks just so good.
Yeah, it looks amazing. It's the next generation. It's going to be a next gen game. It's from EA.
EA. And do you want to know some history about this game?
Yeah, tell me.
So, a couple years ago, they were already set it out on last gen. And so, EA, it wasn't even EA, it was some off company
right.
that made the first two. and so they were making it, and suddenly they went bankrupt, and so the game got put on hold. So the game was suddenly not going to be released, suddenly not out.
Oh no!
Everyone's sitting there like.
So that was the Battlefront 3 letdown.
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard about that. All right.
Yeah, that's been going on for years, and I think in the last couple of years, people have started to get noticing that people are buying the licenses to Star Wars and everything, and people knew that Battlefront 3 was going to come out, but just didn't know who was going to make it. And so now EA just stepped up and just said, all right, we'll do it. We'll do it finally. We'll get to it. And I don't know if that history is 100% correct, because I don't know who made the last two.
I don't either. I think it was Univision.
That is a Spanish
Not Univision. Ubisoft. Ubisoft is what I was trying to come up with.
I don't think so. You
don't think so?
No, Ubisoft wouldn't touch it. I don't think they'd have it.
See what I know.
Yeah.
All right, but no, that's exciting. Co-op was announced. There'll be co-op missions, so it's not just fighting. So
okay, yeah.
The campaign will be co-op. That's
And
exciting.
Just from the teaser trailer they had, you can already tell there's going to be combining the space missions and the ground missions, so you have both.
That's going to be kick.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing. And hopefully there'll be more than 16 people on a map, because that would get just hectic at a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, 64. Please.
The AAAAHHHCAST presents
Real Talk.
Real talk.
Real talk.
You gonna tell me something?
Real talk. This is the real talk. Kidding and jokes aside. Probably not aside, though, because I never put that aside. Kansas, where we live.
Right.
In the national spotlight, which sometimes is a good thing.
Barely ever is.
When it's on the Daily Show with Jon Stewart.
Constantly, all the time. It
usually a less good thing.
Yeah.
Here's John.
It's like every week now.
Governor Sam Brownback has signed a new concealed weapons law for Kansas.
The measure eliminates the 8 hours of training previously required by state law and the need to carry a permit.
Yeah.
That's 8 hours. You could have already been shooting stuff.
Exactly. Like, I don't like this law. There was no need. There was no want.
Now, you and I, Sank, we have very different political ideologies. We don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. I have voted Republican, conservative, core values, family values. That's me. That's where I come from.
I have never voted.
I'm all about gun rights, but this is asinine.
And I don't have a problem owning guns that are needed. Like a handgun, maybe, just to protect yourself, that's fine. But you don't need like a machine gun or anything like that. There's no need ever for that.
What need or not, and we can get into whether people should have guns later. That's not what this is about. Let's talk about what we agree about. How dumb this law is.
It's regardless.
Couple things. So there's a few things. Reason that this was struck down, or no, that this was created, right?
All right, yeah.
Some rules. Okay, number one. Well, it's too expensive. You know, it's just too expensive to go take these classes and get this certification, and it's too expensive.
You already bought a gun, though. Yeah, so like the gun, the $2,000 gun isn't...
Exactly. You spent the money on the firearm, you're going to spend the money on the bullets. If this is a priority, having to pay a little bit to become certified, taking 8 hours, which does not seem like a lot.
It does not, no, it does not.
To go and make this happen doesn't seem like a bad thing to me.
I mean, that's only one day of school. Like, you do that for almost everything. A motorcycle safety course, you have to do that.
When you drive, you have to prove...
Yeah, you have to take a driver's course.
That you can drive. There are tests.
Because apparently cars kill more people than guns. Which may be a fact.
That's true. That's definitely true.
That
More
might be
people
fact.
die in car accidents. More people die in car accidents than gun attack. Definitely. 100% sure. At least in the U.S. Maybe in foreign countries where there's like war and stuff going on.
There's one car. Yeah.
And there's one car.
There's
right.
one car.
Maybe that's not happening.
The trolley. I don't... There was never a need. There was never a need for this. There was never on the... Like... There was never a person advocating this either. I don't think, like, the NRA...
Who was it that woke up one day, you know what? The fact that I have to go out and get a permit to hide my gun when I'm in public, that's just...
Yeah.
Because open carry is allowed.
Right.
I can strap my hunting rifle to my back and walk into Walmart anytime I want.
Yeah, they can do anything about it.
I mean, as a company, you can say, hey, no guns allowed. But, you know, like, if I'm driving around in my SUV, I can have my rifle mounted in the, you know,
if you're
open
a big
carry.
company, though, to do stuff like that, that's kind of suicide.
Yeah.
If you're a small company, sorry.
Right.
Like a local business do that, you're committing suicide.
Yeah. Especially in the Midwest.
Yeah. But as
open carry is allowed. Concealed carry. See, this just frustrating. What's wrong with requiring a little bit?
Just a little bit of showing that you took the time to know that what a safety is, what a how to load a gun properly, how to do everything like that, and what the legalities of everything is.
I hate this law.
Most people,
this law. And this happened right around Easter, and I go home for Easter, and my family is all touting how great this is for gun. And I'm like, what rights didn't you have before?
Yeah, that you have now.
That you needed to now. And this doesn't come in effect till July 1st, I think. And so people are freaking out about gun violence in Wichita on like the news sites' Facebook pages, right? And I like to go on and read comments on these because people are dumb and they make me laugh. And I've seen this blamed on, I guess this new Brownback law is going into effect now because of all these shit. No, it doesn't come into effect till July 1st. Stop being dumb. That has nothing to do with this.
I want to know why that comes into effect now when buying alcohol in convenience stores and stuff like that, hard alcohol, that's over the 0.5 or whatever it is, can't be until 2018.
Because that's going through a petition process, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know then.
See, I don't think that's on the ballot yet. Like, that's not a thing. It's just on the way to becoming a thing.
I didn't even know. I didn't know the process, but I was just wondering the legalities. None of us are lawyers.
No, that is definitely a true statement. So I looked up because I was curious the current gun laws in Kansas right now, and so it's unlawful knowingly to sell, give, or otherwise transfer any firearm to any person who is both addicted to an unlawful
drug and wait, I've never heard of that before.
Or user, that's supposed to be
I guess,
or an unlawful user of a controlled substance. So that means if you're a raging alcoholic, I can't sell you a gun. That's illegal. Sorry, Tim. Sorry, Tank. Sorry, Michael. Sorry, anybody who happens to be alcoholics. No guns.
That's kind
of
fair, though.
No, I get that law. That's funny to me. That's funny for me. I think we're all
You can definitely tell when somebody is going to need a gun to do something bad. Yeah.
That cracked me up. Cracked me up. So, and then felonies and people with mental illnesses, these are all common sense gun laws.
Yes.
That makes sense. But, here it is. To a habitual drunkard or narcotics addict.
Is that the actual...
I'm sorry, Tank.
I am. I have a keg upstairs. I do. I have a
habitual
keg
drunkard.
upstairs.
Habitual drunkard.
It's a mini keg, but it's still my keg. And the greatest thing about it is none of these guys know. We all live in a house with a bunch of people, and I took the little nozzle off the top of it so they can't drink my beer when I'm not there.
Because if there's one thing we all want to do, it's drink your beer, Tank.
You don't. I'm not worried about you. That's the problem. Yeah.
All right, guys. This has been the AAAAHHHCAST. Let us know.
Yeah,
what do you think about this? We'll be back.
If you guys want us to talk about anything, you don't want to talk about something funny on the net or anything like that, or?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about this.
Yeah.
Funny on the net. Let's do that real quick.
Yeah, one more thing.
On Facebook. I don't use Facebook very often.
I do.
But when I do, I feel like there's not enough options. Because usually when I'm on Facebook, Facebook makes me mad.
Right.
And that's the reason I don't want to use it.
Okay.
Because I just feel like it's too positive. Like my options are like or comment. Well, what if my my best friend says she's feeling super under the weather today? I don't want to like that.
That's right, yeah.
I don't like that.
You don't like that?
We need a dislike button.
Actually, yeah, okay.
We need a dislike button.
This is an old argument.
Yeah.
This has been happening for a while. So why would we stop there at a dislike, though?
What else should we have?
I don't know. What else is there? I mean, there are possibilities like dislike, hate, love, burn it down, and one right here.
How about just stop?
Stop? Is that
just
a one?
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
How about kill? Just one. Just a button that says
That's
kill.
A kill.
Like, what do you mean? They're talking about two people. Do you want to kill the one person?
Wait, what?
Maybe that's the thing cops should be looking at first. Well, you did mark the kill button on their last Facebook status, so
that would make solving murders a lot easier.
We thought we'd pick you up.
It's called social engineering. Speaking of social engineering, hit us up with what you like, don't like.
Yeah, we're always on Twitter. I just changed my Twitter handle to @videos.
I'm at Tommy Caves.
That's right, and I'm just at AAAAHHHCAST.
You're at AAAAHHHCAST because you are the AAAAHHCAST. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been
the
first ever
AAAAHHCAST.
The AAAAHHHCAST.
Do you want to hear that again?
Yeah,
one more time.
The AAAAHHHCAST.